The first 6 months after dementia begins can feel confusing, unsettling, and sometimes even frightening, not because the disease is suddenly severe, but because the changes are subtle, unpredictable, and hard to recognize. For seniors and their families, this period often brings moments of uncertainty, small lapses in memory, slight difficulty with daily tasks, or subtle shifts in mood that make everyday life feel unfamiliar. It's easy to dismiss these early experiences as normal aging. Forgetting where you placed your keys, struggling to follow a conversation, or feeling a little more irritable than usual might seem like minor inconveniences. But in reality, these subtle changes are the brain's early signals, giving us an opportunity to notice, respond, and take meaningful action. During these first 6 months, dementia affects multiple areas of the brain responsible for memory, attention, emotion, and coordination. The hippocampus, which stores recent memories, begins to function less efficiently, leading to short-term memory lapses. The frontal lobes, which govern planning, decision-making, and impulse control, may begin to weaken, causing challenges in managing routine activities or judging situations. Emotional regulation can also shift, leaving seniors more anxious, irritable, or withdrawn than before. Even sleep patterns and daily routines may be disrupted as the brain struggles to maintain its internal clock. Understanding what dementia feels like in these initial months helps both seniors and caregivers distinguish between normal age-related changes and early cognitive decline. Awareness is not meant to alarm, it's meant to empower. By recognizing subtle signs early, you can implement strategies to support memory, maintain independence, and safeguard emotional well-being. In this video, we'll explore 7 key experiences seniors often face in the first 6 months of dementia, from memory lapses and difficulty concentrating to emotional shifts, sleep disturbances, and social withdrawal. You'll learn what to look for, how to interpret these changes, and practical steps to maintain cognitive function. Stay with us through the full video, because understanding these early experiences is the first step toward protecting your brain health and quality of life. And if you value your cognitive well-being, take a moment to like this video and subscribe to MediMint, your guide to staying sharp, healthy, and independent after 50. Symptom has shown. Early memory lapses. One of the most common and noticeable experiences during the first 6 months of dementia is early memory lapses. Seniors may begin forgetting recent conversations, misplacing everyday items, or repeating questions without realizing it. While occasional forgetfulness can happen to anyone, when these lapses become frequent and affect daily life, they often indicate the brain is beginning to struggle with storing and retrieving new information. These early memory difficulties usually involve short-term memory, which is controlled by the hippocampus. In the initial stages of dementia, this region may start losing efficiency, meaning that new information is harder to encode and recall. For example, a senior may forget that they already took their medication, fail to remember a friend's visit, or misplace objects like keys, wallets, or glasses multiple times in a single day. Long-term memories from years past, however, often remain intact during this period, which can make the contrast more noticeable and sometimes distressing. It is important to differentiate these early memory lapses from normal aging. Forgetting a name occasionally or misplacing something briefly is common as people age. But repeated forgetfulness, particularly when it disrupts everyday tasks or causes frustration, is a warning sign. Seniors may also struggle to remember sequences, such as the steps in a familiar recipe or the order of errands, which can lead to anxiety or dependence on others for support. There are strategies that can help manage early memory lapses. Keeping a structured routine can reduce confusion, while writing down appointments and using reminders for daily tasks can assist in keeping track of important information. Mental stimulation, such as puzzles, reading, or learning new skills, can strengthen neural pathways and support memory retention. Physical activity, adequate sleep, and a balanced diet rich in brain-healthy nutrients like omega-3 fatty acids also contribute to maintaining cognitive function. Recognizing memory lapses early is crucial. By observing patterns and seeking guidance from healthcare providers, seniors and their caregivers can implement interventions that slow progression, maintain independence, and reduce stress. Awareness of these subtle changes allows families to respond proactively rather than reactively, creating a supportive environment that fosters both safety and confidence. Early memory lapses may feel frustrating, But with attention, understanding, and supportive strategies, seniors can navigate the first months of dementia more effectively while protecting their cognitive health. Symptom #2. Difficulty concentrating. Another early experience many seniors notice during the first 6 months of dementia is difficulty concentrating. Tasks that were once simple, reading a book, following a conversation, or completing a familiar chore, may suddenly require more effort and attention. This can be frustrating and confusing, both for the individual and for family members who notice the change. Difficulty concentrating arises because dementia affects the frontal lobes and other areas responsible for attention and executive function. These brain regions coordinate focus, plan actions, and filter distractions. When they begin to decline, even routine activities can feel overwhelming. A senior may start a task and get distracted easily, forget steps mid-process, or lose the thread of a conversation they were following just moments before. It is important to distinguish these concentration challenges from normal, age-related slowing. Everyone occasionally becomes distracted or has trouble focusing when tired or stressed. However, in early dementia, these lapses are persistent, frequent, and impact the person's ability to complete daily tasks independently. A senior might struggle to follow news articles, recipes, or multi-step instructions, even if they previously handled these effortlessly. Supporting seniors with concentration difficulties requires both practical strategies and environmental adjustments. Breaking tasks into smaller, manageable steps can reduce cognitive load. Minimizing distractions, such as turning off the TV while engaging in conversation or using a quiet workspace, helps the brain focus. Keeping a consistent daily routine provides structure, making it easier to anticipate what comes next and reduce mental fatigue. Mental exercises are also beneficial. Activities like puzzles, memory games, or learning a new hobby challenge attention and strengthen neural connections. Physical activity, such as walking, yoga, or light aerobics, increases blood flow to the brain, enhancing focus and cognitive performance. Adequate sleep and balanced nutrition further support attention and overall brain health. Recognizing early difficulties with concentration allows families to implement supportive strategies and maintain the senior's independence. By providing structure, minimizing distractions, and encouraging mentally stimulating activities, caregivers can help seniors navigate daily life with greater confidence and reduce the stress that often accompanies cognitive changes. Symptom #3. Subtle disorientation. Subtle disorientation is another common experience in the first 6 months of dementia. Seniors may occasionally become confused about the day, date, or even the season. They might walk into a familiar room and momentarily forget why they went there, or take a familiar route and feel uncertain about the direction. These experiences are often brief at first, but can become more frequent over time, creating frustration and anxiety. Disorientation occurs because dementia affects the hippocampus and parietal lobes, which are responsible for spatial awareness, memory, and orientation. The brain struggles to integrate and retrieve information about time and place, making it difficult to navigate even familiar environments. This can lead to subtle lapses, such as forgetting the sequence of daily activities, missing appointments, or being unsure of the current time of day. It's important to differentiate these early signs from normal aging. Everyone occasionally loses track of time or becomes momentarily confused, especially when stressed, tired, or distracted. However, in early dementia, disorientation is persistent, noticeable, and may interfere with everyday life. It often appears alongside other cognitive changes, like memory lapses and difficulty concentrating. To support seniors experiencing subtle disorientation, creating a structured and predictable environment is key. Using calendars, clocks, and labeled reminders can help reinforce orientation cues. Maintaining a consistent daily routine allows the brain to anticipate what comes next, reducing confusion and stress. Visual cues, such as clearly marked rooms or signs, also help seniors navigate their surroundings safely. Physical activity and exposure to natural daylight strengthens circadian rhythms, which are closely tied to orientation and time perception. Brain-stimulating activities, including puzzles, reading, or memory games, help maintain spatial awareness and cognitive function. Early recognition of subtle disorientation enables families to provide guidance while preserving independence. With patience, structured routines, and supportive strategies, seniors can navigate daily life with confidence, and caregivers can reduce the stress and anxiety associated with early cognitive changes. Symptom #4. Emotional changes. During the first 6 months of dementia, seniors often experience subtle but significant emotional changes. They may feel unusually anxious, irritable, or easily frustrated. Some may become withdrawn, quiet, or unusually sensitive. These shifts are often puzzling for both the individual and their loved ones because the person may appear largely the same otherwise. Emotional changes in early dementia are linked to alterations in the frontal lobes and amygdala, which regulate mood, impulse control, and social behavior. As these regions begin to function less efficiently, seniors may struggle to manage their emotional responses. Minor inconveniences may trigger outsized frustration, or they may feel sadness or worry without an obvious cause. Even situations that were previously enjoyable can lose their appeal, contributing to withdrawal and reduced social engagement. It is important to distinguish these changes from typical mood fluctuations. Everyone experiences stress, fatigue, or irritability from time to time. In dementia, however, emotional shifts are persistent, pronounced, and often out of character. They may accompany other cognitive changes, like memory lapses or disorientation, intensifying feelings of anxiety or frustration. Supporting seniors through these early emotional changes requires patience, understanding, and practical strategies. Maintaining a structured daily routine reduces uncertainty, which can lower stress. Gentle reassurance, calm communication, and avoiding confrontation help prevent escalation of negative emotions. Encouraging light physical activity, exposure to natural light, or engagement in hobbies can improve mood by stimulating the brain and releasing neurotransmitters associated with well-being. Music, mindfulness exercises, or short walks in nature are also effective tools to regulate emotions. Recognizing emotional changes early allows families and caregivers to provide support that preserves dignity and reduces anxiety. By approaching these shifts with empathy and understanding, seniors can maintain confidence, independence, and social connection. Early intervention can also improve overall quality of life, helping both the individual and their loved ones navigate the challenges of early dementia with greater ease and resilience. Symptom #5. Challenges with daily tasks. One of the earliest experiences in dementia is difficulty managing daily tasks that were once routine. Seniors may find it harder to cook familiar meals, manage household chores, or operate everyday devices like phones, microwaves, or remote controls. These challenges can appear suddenly or gradually, leaving the person feeling frustrated, anxious, or dependent on others for guidance. Difficulties with daily tasks occur because dementia affects the frontal and parietal lobes, which are responsible for planning, sequencing, and executing complex activities. The brain may struggle to remember the steps involved in tasks that were previously automatic. For example, a senior who has cooked the same recipe for years may forget key ingredients, skip steps, or become confused about the order of preparation. Similarly, paying bills, organizing paperwork, or following simple instructions may suddenly feel overwhelming. It is important to distinguish these changes from normal age-related slowing or occasional forgetfulness. While everyone may make mistakes or take longer to complete tasks as they age, dementia-related difficulties are persistent, interfere with independence, and may appear alongside other cognitive changes such as memory lapses, disorientation, or emotional shifts. Supporting seniors through these early challenges requires a combination of structure, guidance, and patience. Breaking tasks into smaller, manageable steps can reduce cognitive load. Visual cues, checklists, or written reminders help seniors remember important sequences. Encouraging a consistent routine ensures that daily activities are predictable, which reduces anxiety and confusion. Mental stimulation also plays a role in preserving functional abilities. Engaging in puzzles, memory exercises, or learning new skills can strengthen cognitive pathways involved in planning and problem solving. Physical activity, adequate sleep, and a nutritious diet further support overall brain health and daily functioning. Recognizing early difficulties with daily tasks allows families and caregivers to provide timely support while maintaining the senior's independence and confidence. By implementing practical strategies and fostering a structured, supportive environment, seniors can navigate their daily routines more effectively, reducing stress for both themselves and their loved ones. Symptom: shashi, sleep, routine disturbances. Changes in sleep patterns and daily routines are common in the first 6 months of dementia. Seniors may experience difficulty falling asleep, wake frequently during the night, or feel excessively tired during the day. Some may sleep at unusual times or reverse their sleep-wake cycle, staying awake at night and napping during the day. These disruptions can increase confusion, irritability, and fatigue, affecting overall quality of life. Sleep and routine disturbances occur because dementia affects the hypothalamus and other brain regions that regulate circadian rhythms. When these systems are disrupted, the body's natural internal clock struggles to maintain consistent sleep and wake cycles. This can lead to difficulty concentrating, impaired memory, and emotional changes, further compounding early cognitive challenges. It's important to distinguish these changes from normal age-related sleep issues. Occasional insomnia or restless nights are common with aging, but persistent or sudden sleep disruptions, especially when accompanied by other cognitive or behavioral changes, may indicate early dementia. Supporting seniors through sleep and routine disturbances involves creating structure and consistency. Maintaining a regular schedule for waking, meals, and bedtime reinforces the body's internal clock. Exposure to natural light during the day helps regulate circadian rhythm and improves alertness. Evening routines that include relaxing activities such as reading, gentle stretching, or listening to calming music can signal the brain that it's time to sleep. Minimizing caffeine and screen time before bed and keeping the bedroom environment quiet, cool, and comfortable also promotes restorative sleep. Physical activity during the day supports both energy regulation and sleep quality, while mental stimulation helps keep the brain engaged and reduces restlessness. Recognizing early sleep and routine disturbances allows caregivers to implement strategies that improve rest, support cognitive function, and reduce stress. With structured routines and supportive habits, seniors can maintain better sleep quality, preserve daily functioning, and protect overall brain health during the initial stages of dementia. Symptom #7. Social withdrawal. Social withdrawal is another early sign that may appear in the first 6 months of dementia. Seniors who once enjoyed interacting with family, friends, or participating in group activities may start avoiding social situations. They might decline invitations, spend more time alone, or show little interest in hobbies and activities they previously enjoyed. While occasional preference for solitude is normal, persistent withdrawal can signal early cognitive changes. This symptom often results from a combination of cognitive and emotional challenges. Dementia affects brain regions involved in memory, attention, and emotional processing, making social interactions more mentally demanding. Seniors may feel anxious, frustrated, or embarrassed when they forget names, repeat questions, or struggle to follow conversations. To avoid these uncomfortable situations, they may choose to isolate themselves, which can further reduce stimulation and engagement. It's important to distinguish social withdrawal due to dementia from normal changes in social preference. Everyone may occasionally prefer quiet time, but in dementia, withdrawal is persistent, noticeable, and often accompanied by other cognitive or emotional changes, such as memory lapses or mood swings. Supporting seniors experiencing social withdrawal requires patience, understanding, and gentle encouragement. Maintaining regular, low-pressure social interactions can help keep the brain engaged. Activities such as short visits with family, small group discussions, or participating in hobbies with supportive friends can provide meaningful engagement without overwhelming the individual. Technology, like video calls or messaging apps, can also help seniors maintain connection even if leaving home is challenging. Physical activity and structured routines also encourage social participation. Gentle exercises, walking groups, or hobby clubs provide both movement and interaction, supporting cognitive and emotional health simultaneously. Recognizing social withdrawal early allows families to implement strategies that encourage engagement while respecting the senior's comfort and dignity. By fostering connection, providing supportive social opportunities, and addressing cognitive or emotional challenges, seniors can maintain meaningful relationships and preserve quality of life during the early stages of dementia. The first 6 months of dementia can feel subtle, confusing, and even frustrating. Early experiences like memory lapses, difficulty concentrating, subtle disorientation, emotional changes, challenges with daily tasks, sleep disturbances, and social withdrawal often signal the beginning of cognitive decline. While these signs may appear minor individually, together they provide critical insight into what the brain is experiencing. Recognizing these early symptoms is essential. Awareness allows seniors and caregivers to take timely action, seek medical evaluation, and implement strategies that can slow progression, maintain independence, and protect quality of life. Simple steps, establishing routines, using reminders, engaging in mental and physical activities, maintaining social connections, and prioritizing sleep and nutrition all play a significant role in supporting brain health during this critical period. It is also important to approach these changes with empathy. Seniors experiencing early dementia are not being difficult or careless. Their brains are signaling the need for support. Patience, understanding, and gentle guidance can help them navigate daily life with confidence and dignity while reducing anxiety and frustration. At MediMint, we believe that knowledge is empowerment. By understanding what dementia feels like in the first 6 months, families and caregivers can provide the right support, protect emotional well-being, and foster meaningful engagement. Every small step, from maintaining social interactions to encouraging mental stimulation, strengthens cognitive resilience and enhances quality of life. If this video has helped you recognize early signs of dementia or provided strategies for supporting cognitive health, please like, share, and subscribe to MediMint. Stay connected with us for practical, science-backed advice on brain health, memory preservation, and living strong, sharp, and independent after 50. Your early awareness, combined with understanding and proactive action, can make a profound difference. By listening to the subtle signals of the brain, you can help seniors preserve their independence, maintain clarity, and continue living a full, meaningful life despite the challenges of dementia.